So let's go ahead and look at some of the root causes of inequity in STEM. You can see that there's a lack of diversity in STEM fields. So that could be one that we talked about. You can also see that some people think of social justice and anti-racism as maybe that's for the humanities. Maybe that's for the ethnic studies course, but that's not for STEM. That's not for anyone studying science. We don't have time for that. We also see a lack of representation in the STEM curriculum, or lack of representation even as teachers. Where are the diverse STEM teachers? Some people say that there's no time to teach and address issues of inequity because we have to teach Common Core, we have to teach language. And sometimes people don't teach the next generation science standards because why? It's not tested every single year, and there's more focus on math and ELA. We're also seeing that our lower socioeconomic and Black and Brown populations, they're not getting the same access to STEM rigor. Many students with disabilities, they are not taught science because there's a perceived notion that they can't do science. And there's also this growing population of, there's a lack of like-minded colleagues that want to do this work. Some people are labeled that they can't do this work. There are people that don't know what CRT is, but they don't want it. They're like, no CRT. And a lot of this work, actually, though we learn about critical race theory, a lot of this work in particular has nothing to do with critical race theory. This work is simply about diversifying and showcasing the voices in STEM and the cultural experiences in STEM. That's it. And I think that is completely okay and completely legal to do so. So when we think about inequity and when we think about social injustice, there's this blame game. We want to blame the elementary teachers for not teaching science, or we blame the administrators for everything. And yet we want to know, where is it coming from? And it's not necessarily coming from one place. If you think about our schools, they were built on the foundation of, Brown versus Board of Education, a very racist policy that when we look at that and the history of segregation and desegregation and the policies and processes that came with that, many of those systems are still in place to this day. So this is why it is a systemic problem.